Hello and welcome to Microsoft. In this video, we're going to show you how and why to use diagnostic logs in Cosmos DB. In this video, we're going to simulate a 429 error message. This means that the request rate is too large. It happens because in Cosmos DB we have a limit of the resources that we can use per second. To achieve this error message, we have created a program that sent a lot of requests in a short span of time, and this has exhausted the resources in Cosmos DB. As we got some requests that returned with an error message, more specifically with a 429 error message, the question now is what can we do? Our first answer would be to increase the throughput on your database or collection. But also, we can investigate this situation. To do that, we can use the diagnostic logs. In this documentation, we can see how to set up the diagnostic log in Cosmos DB. Also, we can see each of the tables that are available and the information that each one can provide us. The queries are not visible by default, but we can enable the full text query and see each query and how much throughput they took. Now we can go to our Cosmos DB account to enable the diagnostic logs. To do this, we can go to Monitoring and then go to Diagnostic Settings. In here, we can see the information Enable full text query in the fixtures blade for more detailed logging. As we want to do this, we will go to Settings and then go to Fixtures. In here, we can see Diagnostics full text query off. If we click here, we can see a Enable and Close option. We will click on Enable. Now, please wait a few seconds until the full text query is enabled. Now that we have the diagnostics full text query on, we can go again to Monitoring and to Diagnostic Settings. Click on Not Now, and we finally can add the diagnostic settings. For this example, we are going to choose Data Plane Requests, and for the destination, send to Log Analytics Workspace. We will need to select the subscription and the Log Analytics Workspace. Add a name, in this example, Testing, and save. Now we are going to show you how the full query text works. For this example, we are going to set up a diagnostic logs with only the query runtime statistics enabled. Also, our logs are going to be sent to the analytics workspace. After we set up the diagnostic logs, we can go to Cosmos DB and execute a query. In here, we can see an example of a query where we select a particular column and we add a where clause. Here, we can execute the query and we can see in here the result. With the full query text off, we can go to the logs and do a query to our new logs that we just enabled. For this example, we are going to run the following query just to check a few queries that we did previously. We can click on Run and we can see the results. After waiting a few minutes for the full query text to be enabled and working, we can go to our logs and execute again our query to see the results that we have in our logs. In here, we are going to execute again our query and we can see the difference between when the full query text was disabled and enabled. In here, for example, we can see the select C P1, and in here, after the full query text is enabled, we can see the select C dot category. If we enter and enter in query text, we can see our full query text here. We have defined our diagnostic logs in diagnostic settings. Now we want to see the logs. For this, we can go to Monitoring and then go to Logs. Note, after we define the diagnostic settings, that may take some time until the logs to be available. In Logs, we can now query our table. In this example, we have forced throttling into our database. Now we want to check if we got any error message, and we are running this query that will indicate if we had any HTTP code that is equal or above 300, which means there were an error in the server or client side. If we run it for 7 days, we can see the 429 error message. And with this, we conclude this video. Thank you.